That's right. That's right. How do I do this shit again? That shit still work. My face cam open? Webcam keeps doing this, OBS keeps doing this annoying fucking thing, like, where, like, it moves the webcam, like, to a ridiculous location off screen. I'm not supposed to do that. I don't know why it does that every time I close and reopen the fucking... Alright. Should be fine. Oh yeah, I gotta change my webcam settings, don't I? I forgot not to do this. 4590. Huh? I think the super chat music is not working for some reason. Although I may be wrong. One sec. I need my light. Okay. Yeah, I forgot not to stream chat, I'm sorry. It's been a while. I think we're good now. Hey, I'm James on a £2 and said, unrelated, have you played Game of the Year, Donkey Kong Bonanza? Game of the Year is Sonic Racing Crossworlds. This is a Sonic. Donkey Kong is fun. I haven't gotten that far. I've been really busy, but I've been playing it, and yeah, it's pretty fun so far. But I mean, I haven't finished the game, but I feel like people are jumping the gun a little bit with the whole better than Odyssey thing. But again, I haven't finished the game. Maybe I'll get later on in there, and there'll be some crazy shit in there, which I don't need the chat to tell me about what it is. Okay, I'm just saying. Just mentioning, I don't know what else is in there. I don't need the chat to go, this is in there, there's this thing, and no. I'm just mentioning it casually, okay? Anyway. We got a lot of business to discuss. Oh yeah, I forgot. What's up, chat? We got a lot of business to discuss. Okay? There's been a lot of news. I've been keeping tabs on it. Pun entirely intended. I've been keeping tabs on it, so we're gonna go through those tabs that I've been keeping and see what the fuck has been going on. Most important news first. As I mentioned before, 06 is coming to PC. But we already have 06. There's Shut the fuck up. We're talking about the real 06, not P06. R06. R for real. I'm calling it R06. That's no shade to P06. I'm just saying, okay? We want the original. They're calling it Marathon Recompiled. They said they've been working on builds for Linux and Mac OS, and there's bugs in the game. It's 06, of course, we expect that. Single player 3D not rendering properly, but stay tuned. But then the recent update from 16th July said they would answer some FAQs. We plan to support all DLC. W. We spent much of the afternoon getting and working today. Achievements will be tracked like Unleashed. I'm guessing the PC port of Unleashed. We will include some minor fixes here and there, as well as the expected quality of life improvements, such as uncapped FPS. W. Support for different aspect ratios and resolutions. W. However, the experience will largely remain vanilla. Also W. I mean, of course, there's some glitches that you might want to have patched out. A few changes you want to make, but you can customize those changes through mods. The game itself should be released in a vanilla state, so you can choose what things you want to improve on or leave the same, giving you the freedom to choose. Freedom is good. I'm pro-choice. Many of the small codes available in the existing mode manager will likely be ported as optional fixes. Both Unleashed and Marathon share the same backend, so when Unleashed gets code mod support, so will this. In the meantime, mods will be restricted to asset replacement and lure patches. So yeah, mods will probably start off simple, but they'll probably get more complicated as time goes on. We're working alongside some of the Legacy of Stellaris folks, so hopefully we'll be able to bring that mod to the recomp in the future. PO6, however, is not a mod, but a remake in an entirely different engine. As such, we cannot add, in quotes, PO6 support. What is wrong with, why would you want PO6 support in an 06 recomp? PO6 is already on PC, just play it! What kind of question is that? It's already on PC. It's already on PC in a different engine. Why would you want PO6 support in a 06 recomp when PO6 is already on? What kind of question is that? What are people asking these people? Anyway, that being said, Legacy of Stellaris and the upcoming physics mod contain most of the fixes that make PO6 play like it does, so whenever we get code mod support, those could be added in. Those who want to use that can use that. Plans are to support Windows, Mac OS, and Linux at launch with a familiar and easy to use installer. So you better get your ROMs ready, okay? Because this shit, it says, I hope this answers most of your questions. Feel free to, I can't even speak. I've forgotten how to speak on camera. You cannot at this time give an ETA. It will take as long as it takes, but I'll be posting updates here. You can also see progress on the GitHub repo, which is public. So you can check out the GitHub and see how far they've come, I guess. I don't see a percentage mark on this like the Mario Kart 64 recon. The point is here. Someone said they can't play PO6 on their Mac. I'm pretty sure you can. I've got a Mac and I played PO6 on it. I believe I got it running on Parallels. Although I could be misremembering, but I'm pretty sure I got it running on Parallels. I got it running on Steam Deck as well, so yeah, you might not be trying hard enough. But you know, if you're serious about gaming, you'd be on Windows anyway, but it is what it is. Why are fans supporting these games better than Sega? Well, I don't think Sega has a vested desire to support 06. I don't think it's something that they're gonna sit there and probably try and support. What's up, Gamer Guide with the takes? SpongeBob greater than Racing Crossworlds? Look, listen, okay? I'm not gonna fight you on that because SpongeBobby is the GOAT, but at the same time, none of them have voices anyway, so I'm not gonna main any of them. I'm not maining a voiceless character. Sorry, okay? Like, you could try and scream licensing issues with SpongeBob, but like, the Werehog? Jason Griffith blessed you with clips 17 years ago, and they're aging like fine wine. And you couldn't just reuse some fucking voice clip? How many assets did they reuse in Crossworlds in terms of like stages and textures? And you couldn't reuse Jason Griffith voice clips of the Werehog? I don't even know if mods will fix that. Like, I don't even know. Is there still hope for a 3D Mario? It's looking cooked. What kind of question is that? Like, will Nintendo release a 3D Mario on their new system? Have they ever not released a 3D Mario on their new system? Like, I mean, Wii U got close though because they dropped that 3D world, which was basically, what if New Super Mario Bros? But it's kind of 3D, but it's still like New Super Mario Bros. But like, they're gonna drop something. They just wanted to give DK some room to breathe, okay? Wanted to give him some space, give him a chance to shine, because if they drop 3D Mario the same year as DK, people would be like, DK, I'll save my money for Mario. And then they wouldn't have given DK a chance. And they wouldn't have realized how fun it was. So, they're giving DK some space. But, Mario's gonna drop. It's gonna be fire, okay? Yo, what's up, Bradley? Fellow Unk. You 25 now, so you hitting Unk territory, okay? It's also been 8 years since Odyssey. Surely they ain't gonna reach 10 years. Yeah, 2026. We'll get the 3D Mario, okay? Like, 2026. That's a believable point. Oh yeah, speaking of decomps, the Mario Kart 64 PC port is out. Okay, I've played it. Where are the mods? Sonic fans, come on. You could do better than this. Mario Kart PC port has been out for like 2 weeks. I don't see no turning it into the Sonic. Where's my Sonic mod? Like nothing? No Ryan Drummond Sonic in the game? No model swap? No, nothing? No Sonic Drift track in Mario Kart? I know you guys are young, you don't care about Mario Kart 64, like who gives a fuck, right? That shit's old. But like, not one person? I'm just saying. Someone said no Twinkle Carnival. I don't think the name was Twinkle Carnival. The Twinkle Park could go hard at Mario Kart 64 as a mod though. I'd play that. I'd play that. We know you never stream that 3D Mario on. Yes, but I'll play it on my own time like most gamers do, okay? Just because it don't get streamed doesn't mean it didn't happen, okay? Like, I still play shit when I feel like playing shit. I'm just not actively doing content creation. Gamer Guy said, I don't care about no Mario Kart games before 8. Gamer Guy is the weirdest old head ever because he's like older than me, but then he doesn't know anything from the eras that he grew up in. Like, he ain't never watched the Cosby Show, but you were alive in the 80s. Like, you don't remember 90s hip-hop, but you were alive in the 80s. Like, you'd be missing out on all the shit. You were alive for the whole Toby era, and then you went and picked Tom Holland. The fuck? You were there when Toby was there. Were you just like Ray Charles during the Toby era? Just close your eyes? I don't understand. Someone said, what's your personally favorite Sonic game? Sonic Colors for sure. Like that game just revolutionized the franchise, and you know, after the down period, which was of course Sonic 06 and Sonic Unleashed, it was just such a strong return to form, and yeah, the franchise was back on track, and they've stayed back on track ever since. I love new viewers. It's always good to know that new people are subscribing to the channel. There be a Sonic Rush recom suit. Man, I need Rush, okay? My Steam Deck OLED is collecting dust. Dust, okay? I need a Rush the recoms. I'm getting so excited. I'm more excited for recoms than actual Sega releases. I mean, I'm sure Frontiers 2 will be an improvement over Frontiers 1 because let's face it, they can't make it worse. I'm sorry, they can't. And I'm hyped for Crossworlds. I actually am more hyped for Crossworlds than most people, actually. Like, and that's after playing Mario Kart World. But these recoms have got me in a chokehold right now. I need Rush. I need the GOATs, which is Heroes. I need that shit. What else do I need? Advanced Trilogy, Rivals 1 and 2, Riders. Someone said top 5 meta era games. Are there even 5 great ones? Like Gens, Mania. That's it. What else is there? I guess Runners. There aren't even 5 great ones to make a top. Like Gens, then Mania, then like Runners and Lost World or something. I don't even know what we're calling the 2020s. 2020s is multimedia era, right? So we're not including 2020s, are we? Someone said Transformed. Now, I'm not a Transformed stan, so I could live without it. But you know what? I promised I would replay the game before Crossworlds came out. Crossworlds is dropping in what, September, right? So we got time to do a I should do an All-Stars Racing stream and a Transform stream. I don't know if I do them in the same stream or separate streams. It depends on how much content there is in the game. But yeah. Colors DS. I just need my Rush recon. Rush Adventure and Colors DS, like, you could do that later after Rush is already done. Like, take your time on that one. Like, oh yeah, rest in peace to a fellow Sonic VA, James Carter Cathcart. Died of throat cancer, unfortunately. He was, I believe, a 4Kids voice. He did Vector in Sonic X and Shadow the Hedgehog. So rest in peace to him. I don't think Vector has had a bad voice, if I recall correctly. My favorite Vector voice is either the one in Heroes or the one in X. It's been a while since I've heard his voice though, so. But nonetheless, rest in peace. The computer room goat. I guess that's the way to go. Alright. We got some trailers to look at. They turned the comments off on the trailer? Really? Oh, YouTube Kids, that's why. Oh yeah, I had song request on, but no one requested anything. Alright, anyway, trailer time. We got the Kids' Choice Awards trailer. This is the one that has SpongeBob. This is old now. I think I already saw it, but we might as well watch it since it's in the tabs. Ah, them forces synths. Ah. Did he say slit the head? What did he say? Whose head are you slitting? Man, Cook, I swear, Cook will have some of the best lines and then some of the worst lines at the same time in terms of delivery. Like, that line there sounded good.
Watch and learn.
Song said Rip Ozzy. Rip Malcolm, okay? Rip Malcolm. Rip everyone, but like still, Rip Malcolm. You said you don't need a license. Well, clearly you need a license, Sega, because you ain't licensed the voices. You don't need a license to drive a sandwich. I remember when that movie came out. I don't understand the voice acting. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't get the reasoning. I don't understand the reasoning. Like, you can't say licensing issues.
Time later.
Did I say NYC on it? Could have sworn I said it. Yeah, it said NYC on it. They want to be cheap. Yeah, but I don't get it. Why would Nickelodeon say, we'll let you use SpongeBob, but voice gonna cost you extra? Well, I mean, I don't know. It seems a bit like, it seems pointless. Like, some people are saying this version has different footage. I don't know if it does. It seems pointless. And that doesn't explain the werehog though. Like, why is the werehog silent? Because, like, Roger would have done the lines. Not that we were asking him to, but he probably would have done it. And there's old clips from Unleashed that you could have used too. So, what license prevents that from happening? Cheap and lazy. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely like, there's definitely some form of laziness. It can't be just like, it can't just be money. Because the werehog, like, I'm pretty sure the way Sega signs their contracts with the VAs, they're allowed to reuse the clips. It's not like they have to go and pay Jason new money. Like, they could just go and dig the voice clips up and just use them, and they don't have to pay anyone. It's not like Green Hill where like someone owns the rights and they gotta pay rights just to use the music. Right, I just feel like there were so many voice clips to reuse, they must have been able to get them.
Sometime later.
Someone said most expensive Sonic game and they're being lazy. I don't think this is the most expensive Sonic game. Okay, like, I don't think this is the most expensive Sonic game they ever made. I'm still mad about the no Prime Sonic. They put Prime, Tails, and Knuckles, and Amy, and then no Sonic. We could have had Devin Mac. Like, we could have had Devin Mac, okay? Like, oh my god. Alright. Let's do the Kevin. most expensive Sonic game for the consumer. But even that's not entirely true though, because if you factor in inflation, why is Brandy trending? What's going on? If you factor in inflation, that's not even true. Let me see. Cause like 06 and Unleashed were like $60, right? When they came out. Let's see if it really is more expensive. But there's no way it's more expensive. Okay. $70 in 2025 would be $43.75 in 2006. Yeah. It's not more expensive. 06 costed more, relatively speaking. Unleashed costed more. People are surprised that 06 was 60. I think you guys forget that Sonic was considered a AAA franchise at one point, and they charged full price for games. Platformers were charging full price for games. That was normal. Like, there wasn't this weird disparity where it's like, this game is 70 and this is 60 and this is 50 and no, like, this was Sega. Big Sega. They could charge full price for games. They charged the same price that Nintendo would charge. It was only after like the meta era and all that shit, and then there became this disparity between, especially as the open world games got bigger, the platformers started to look small in comparison. It's like, why are we paying 60 for this little 3-hour platformer when Assassin's Creed is like 20 hours long and got all this content in it? It doesn't make sense anymore. You know, so I think open world games kind of set this disparity, and it's like people didn't want to pay the same amounts, and also Sega fucked up their reputation, so they stopped charging 60. Nintendo had no problems charging 60. They kept charging full price the whole way through, and people paid it because the games were good. So if Sega never fell off, they could have been charging 60 too, but you know, people ain't getting inflated wages to match the inflation. Well, I mean, you gotta take that up with your job though, because that's not inflation's fault, and that's not Sega's fault or Nintendo's fault. That's merely, you know, the people that employ you's fault, you know. But it's an unfair system, okay? Like, I'll tell you this as someone who's lived in Ghana. Like, every time they want to buy any form of hardware that's made in America, it's way too expensive in Ghana because the currency conversion is shite, right? So what may seem affordable in America or England is too expensive in like third world countries, so they can't buy it even though it's a reasonable price for people that live there, you know, to the point where a lot of these digital games, like, they'll charge less in certain countries if they know you live there because they want you to be able to buy it, so they'll actually reduce the value so that it's affordable within that country. But if you wanted to buy an iPhone, for example, you just have to be rich if you're in a third world country, because once they convert it to your currency's weaker, it's immediately more expensive for you. And it's like, that be the game. It's not fair. It's just not. Like, prices go up for the games to match inflation, and then salaries don't go up as much. That's why games are expensive. That's why the property market is so expensive. My parents bought a property for like £4,500 in like the 90s. Like, down payment. Here's 4.5k. That's a mortgage. You can't do that today. Like, this shit's not fair. 4.5k and you got a house? You can't do that shit today. But like, that be the game. It sucks. Game prices are fake anyway. Pretty sure you can get Crossworlds for 60 or so on site. Well, I mean, it's the same thing I told people. Like, if you're really that fussed about the price, wait until December and they'll have discounts already. Like, it's that simple. Like, the discounts will come. So, you know, on launch is gonna cost more because they know hardcore fans don't want to wait. They only have an early access 3-day thing if you get the digital deluxe as well. They know hardcore fans don't want to wait. So you wait a few months or so, there'll be a discount. You get it for 60, maybe even 50. You know. Brimstone to look like Frozone. Incredibles is goated though. No animated movie is better than that movie. In the same trailer as SpongeBob Patrick, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem, and Avatar Legends have been confirmed as other Nickelodeon DLCs. Take a look at the season pass lineup now, just having 2 slots remaining. I don't really care that much about TMNT or Avatar, but you know, I'll give each character at least 1 attempt since I paid for the $90 version. Do you think if 06 succeeded, the meta era wouldn't have existed? I feel like Sega likes to vastly change whatever is happening, right? That's just how they are. Like, Generations was considered a success to everyone. And what was the next game they made? It was Lost World. So, like, Sega is just like that. They just switch things up, you know? So I don't think 06 succeeding would have changed that. I think they would have always wanted to try something different. I mean, SA2 was like, to this day, the most critically acclaimed 3D Sonic game. And did they make SA3? They were like, no, let's make something else. And thank God they did that, because then it gave us the Billy Goat. But, like, to be fair, SA3 not happening is not because of that per se. The main reason SA3 didn't happen is because Sega's fucking up from a console perspective. So the Dreamcast was dying, so they had to go multi-plat, so they were like, we're not gonna make a 3rd version of a game on other systems when these people on these other systems haven't been playing the 1st or 2nd version because they didn't buy a Dreamcast in the fucking first place. So we have to give them something new. That's why they made a different game entirely. That's why when people say Heroes is SA3, it sounds wrong, because they intentionally made not SA3 because they knew that people wouldn't have played SA1 and 2 because they were on GameCube and PS2 and Xbox. But yeah, that was the whole point with that. 2026 also gonna be me and Premise final year covering Sonic Anniversary news. After that, we're retiring. Ain't that right? I mean, I'm not retiring. I'm just not as active. That's all. Like, I don't see it as like cutting the cord of the umbilical cord of talking about Sonic. It's just more like I'm busy. Like, I can't cover everything like I used to. Like, you know, like news every day. I can't be on that like I used to be, you know? But I still want to talk about shit sometimes. So I don't really see it as a retirement. It's more like if I have the time and the energy to cover some shit, then I will. Otherwise, there'll be a gap in posting. But it's not like, this is goodbye, you'll never see me again. Like, plenty of YouTubers do that shit. And if that's what they want to do, that's what they want to do. But I wouldn't say that that's the case. You're not covering Sonic's 40th anniversary 2031. Well, I mean, look, if I get to that point and I don't feel like covering it, then I won't cover it. But I wouldn't make an announcement like I'm going. Because, like, what if I make that announcement and 6 months later I feel like covering some cool trailer that came out. And then it's like, well, I thought you were gone. Like, you know. But in 2031, like, listen, let me not get dystopian on you, but in 2031, the gaming market is gonna be so full of AI that you, it's gonna be shit happening every fucking day. It's gonna be so insanely crazy, you won't even be able to keep up with all of it. So, I'm telling you now, there's maybe a few years of normalcy left, and then it's gonna go completely to shit. Every day there's gonna be video games coming out because they're gonna be generating them. You won't be able to keep up with it. There'll be like 50 Sonic fan games every fucking day because they'll just be typing in prompts. It's gonna be insane. So yeah. I feel like eventually society is gonna regress as a pushback to AI. Well, I mean, how society deals with this is up to them, really. But it's not gonna go away because there's certain things like cat's out of the bag moments that once they happen, there's no going back. And the AI is one of them. There's no going back. It's like the invention of the gun. You can't uninvent the gun. It's here to stay. You have to deal with it. Like, an AI is there. It's like, it's here now. I think the biggest thing that's gonna come from it is you can't trust video anymore. For me, that's the biggest thing. Because, like, there was a point after, like, Rodney King and whatnot, and then we got smartphones and cameras with phones with cameras on them, where it was like, if it's on video, then it really happened. Like, that was the one thing we relied on. Like, if we caught you on video, then it's real. It's too hard to fake video. But now with AI, it's like, you can fake everything. You can edit video, you can generate video. So it's like, now the one thing that was like the definitive thing, like, we got you on video in 4K, is now like, is that even real? So it's now ruined the sanctity of video. To the point where, like, if there's any show that I love, like a TV show, I'm buying the fucking Blu-ray and just having it backed up in my house. Because if it's on a streaming service, they could edit it without telling me using AI. And just like, you wouldn't even know. Oh, change that joke's dated, or change the color of that person's t-shirt from 1996. How would you know if you don't remember? They could just edit it and just show the edited version to you, and you would have no idea because the AI is so good. If you don't have that shit on Blu-ray physical, you don't even know if it's the pure version. So like, if it's a show that you love, like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Friends, Shameless, I don't care what good show it is, get that shit on Blu-ray and have it archived. That way, if they change something, you know you got the original. Exactly, Mandela effect. I had a nightmare about this shit. I was watching Friends on streaming, season 2. Season 2 came out the year I was born, and they just changed one little thing. They just changed the color of someone's t-shirt just for the fun of it, using AI. And it was on streaming and no one noticed. And then like weeks later, someone noticed it, and they compared it to the original, and then it went viral. It's like, why did they change the color of this person's t-shirt? Because they can. They could just do that. They could redub lines. They could go into a movie from 1950 and just change lines, and you wouldn't even know because it would be so seamless. They'll do the AI lip sync. Like, you could rewrite history and people wouldn't even know because people don't fact check. Most people don't fact check. So if you don't have that shit physically from now, before this shit starts happening, how do you even know if it happened that way or not? So I'm like trying to collect my physical archive of like my favorite movies and TV shows. I have to have them backed up because I just rely on the streaming shit. They could change anything. Watch Deadpool on Disney Plus. Strip club scene edited. Damn. Ugh. They changed Lilo and Stitch because of 9/11. I didn't even know they did that shit. I watched that movie when I was a kid. But didn't that come out after 9/11? No, I could have sworn Lilo and Stitch came out after 9/11. Let me see. Could have sworn I watched. Yeah, 02. That was 02. That was post 9/11. I need to rewatch this movie though. There's a few childhood movies I gotta rewatch though. When did it come out in the UK? This is back when regional release dates were at its peak annoyance. So US was June 16th, 02. That's premiere. June 21st, and then UK got it. Where's UK? October. You see what I mean? Before everyone was like online, like we were still online, but it wasn't like it is now. You could get away with this shit. Like drop the movie in June, and then like UK gets off. They used to do that all the time because no one was checking. You can't do that shit today. I'll be fucking pissed if you made me wait more than a day after America got the shit and Gamer Guide is spoiling it online and I haven't seen it. Like, I will be pissed. The things they could get away with back then because everyone wasn't online talking about shit, it's actually insane how much the world has changed in like this short 20-something years. Sonic Movie 3, they made us wait. It was like a matter of days, but it felt like centuries. But imagine if they did months, like, we have no choice but to pirate, okay? But of course, piracy bad, don't do, but you'd have no choice. You speak the same language as well, you don't even... Exactly, they just did it for the sake of. I mean, there was a reason why they did it, because they didn't want to spend the money to promote something too heavily if they thought it was gonna bomb. So it's like, see how it does here? Oh, it's doing well? Okay, let's do the promo run there. And also sometimes they get the actors to do promo runs and shit. So the promo runs might be regional. So it's like, okay, we're gonna release in the UK in this month. They'll show up in the UK and do UK related events. And then they'll go France or whatever, like, so it was staggered. But now the promo runs are online. So everyone's seeing the promo at the same time. So it's like, Fantastic Four's coming out. Okay, everyone gonna see it. We're doing the promos online, everyone can see it at the same time, and then we watch and then we discuss. The internet really sped everything up. Even like with this hip-hop beef last year, like, one guy will drop a diss record and within like hours or like a day then there's a response. That's like a common thing now with like back and forth. Back in the early 2000s, it was like, you drop a diss record on physical wax, and then it's like, okay, when I'm dropping my album in like 8 months, then I'll drop my response. 8 months? This nigga disrespected you and you're gonna wait 8 months to respond? But everything moves slow without the internet. Anyway, where are we? Oh yeah, we got some gameplay to go through. Let's go through this gameplay now. Shadow Extreme Gear. I don't think I've watched this yet, so let's take a look. I hope this isn't the super fast speed because no, it's not. I think the super fast speed was 250 on the speedometer. What do I think the last 2 slots will be? I got no idea. I mean, I want Monkey Ball and Crazy Taxi, possibly even Shinobi. I never thought I'd hear Win More Hour with 808 drums. But yeah, I mean, Sega, when it comes to soundtrack, I think they're losing the magic. I'm not gonna lie. Like, most of the songs I've heard in this game is giving like play on mute and just open Spotify, basically. That's what it's giving. Games got better, but music got worse. Yeah, I mean, it's like, pick one or the other, right? Great music mid-game, great gameplay mid-music.
Of course.
You lost to Amy? Embarrassing. TSR soundtrack is... Oh yeah, TSR soundtrack wipes the floor. Wipes the floor for sure. I don't think bro did a single trick. Yeah, I mean, you gotta remember this is a casual probably most likely playing this. Transformer OST slept up. I wasn't in love with Transformer OST, I'm not gonna lie. I think Wonder Museum is one of the strongest courses in the game though. Not necessarily musically, but just as a course. And no tricks. They changed the Wonder Museum music from the beta. I didn't even realize that. Music just so basic, it's not even bad, it's just boring. Yeah, I mean, it just doesn't stand out. It's like, my reaction to it is like, once I've played the game and I've heard every track, it's just gonna be a turn on Spotify and play kind of thing, you know? Like, just listen to my own shit. I like this song though. Yeah, the slow CCs is not it, okay? Like, it's the same issue I got with Mario Kart World. Like, the audacity of Nintendo to not drop 200cc on that game. Like, who do they think they are? Hopefully you can manually pick the songs. Yeah, I mean, I doubt they're gonna let manual picking. Especially with the crosswalls and all that shit going on. Unless you use mods to change the soundtrack or something. Someone said Free Riders Christmas OST. I can't remember a single song of Free Riders. But then again, I never played it. I just remember the voice acting. Who could forget such horrendous material? I was hoping for 300cc Mario Kart. I mean, most casuals can barely handle 150. 300 would be wild. People talking mad shit for the game to be this slow. Well, they're not playing on the highest speed, for the record. Like, this is not the highest level. The highest level, the speed should be around 250, and these are like barely hitting 200. You didn't hear about the jukebox mode leak? Maybe it's in my tabs, maybe not, I don't know. How is Sega gonna handle the PC people using mods, especially people gonna exploit their game like Infinite Boost? I don't know. My goal is to just wait for the good mods to come out, like Jason Griffith and whatnot. Watch other people use them. If a couple weeks go by and no one gets banned, then I know I can use them. Simple as that. I'm not gonna be one of the people that does it first. You know, like those people that put the mix switch in their Switch 2s and got their shit bricked. Oh, I thought it would work. It's not a problem. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure Nintendo didn't think it was a problem. Mystic Jungle.
Now's my chance.
What is this song? What is this song? Won't people cheat the game on PC? I mean, they'll try to, for sure. Whether Sega handles it or not, I don't know. But given that the game has crossplay, I believe, that means they're gonna have to deal with it. They can't just let PC be its own thing. How come this guy didn't go off-road? Was I looking forward to Jet Set Radio news this year? What Jet Set Radio news? You talking about that whole reboot thing they were talking about? I mean, I just want them to hurry up and get Jet Set Radio out of the way so we can move on to the shit that we really want, which is the Crazy Taxi game. They're taking too long with that.
Too slow.
If 300cc was a thing, those people don't have to pick it. Yeah, I mean, that is true, but given that Nintendo didn't even put 200cc on launch, I don't know what their mindset is right now. Are they developing a remake as well as a reboot for Jet Set Radio and Crazy Taxi? That's what I heard, but we haven't heard shit about any of it since. I mean, obviously Crazy Taxi had footage leaked that I covered on the Non-Sonic channel, but I don't even know if I showed the footage in the video or not. I think I downloaded the footage, but I'm just waiting on more Crazy Taxi info, like, to be honest. It's Jet Set Radio's 20th anniversary, so we'll expect to news on the remake Roller Skates collab and pop up in LA. Oh, it's the anniversary. I mean, maybe they'll show something at the Game Awards or something, I don't know. Plus, isn't there some kind of gaming event in August? Like a Gamescom or some shit? Maybe they'll drop something then. We probably need to get another Crossworlds trailer at that point as well. All I'm worried for is rider skins and have a separate playlist online so you don't have to play with low speed iPad rulers. iPad? This game isn't coming to iPad, is it? I don't think it's getting an iOS release, is it?
Ultimate victory.
But isn't the online ranked anyway? So you're gonna be matched with people of your caliber. So if the people of your caliber are on iPad, then that's them, innit? Alright. Is this more gameplay? What is this? GP Rivals mode? I don't know if I've seen this.
You knew how to have fun. What's the occasion?
I relish any chance.
That's our
to
favorite
surpass
Roger.
you. Prepare for a humiliating defeat.
I'm talking about the slime. We can let Twin play more
レースを楽
DK.
しんでるかい
He's playing it on his own.
くだらんお遊び
He doesn't need
それとも
backseating from the
君
chat.
が少しは楽しませてくれるのかどけや鳥頭俺様は最高のレーサーとやり合えるって聞いてうずうずしてんだ
Even Japanese Zaz has got swag. That's crazy. That doesn't sound like Jet though. How far is your twin brother in the game? Not far at all. We're still on the first wall. So, and I don't need to know how many walls there are or whatever else is in the game, but I know I'm in the first wall.
There isn't anyone who can match my skill or speed. See you at the finish line, chump.
Alright. What else
Grimdark
we got?
Fantasy
What is this?
settings we're so used to. No release date for this one yet, but it's arriving in 2026. From a bunch of people who made the original Little Nightmares games comes End of Abyss. I actually got to go hands-on with this while I was in LA, and I really enjoyed it. Just imagine Little Nightmares with guns, and you're most of the way there. It's being made by a small team of around 9 people, but they're super experienced, which definitely horror films,
I don't know why this is
absolutely no lie. It was just brilliant.
I don't see any Sonic here, so it seems a bit Sonicless. Alright. Oh yeah, we got the customization trailer. New customization trailer dropped. Let's react to the custom. I haven't actually seen this one yet. So that can customize the stats. Oh, that music just got me thinking about the GOAT again. Oh, the day Heroes gets recomped. Oh my god. Whoever's working on the Heroes recomp somewhere who hasn't said anything, now's the time to speak out and make your voice heard.
Alright, got this gizmo thing.
Alright, got this gizmo thing. Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
This'll work.
Street saying Bradley gonna get a job for Prem beats DK
Are you
Bonanza.
guys even trying?
Damn, we'll see if that happens. I mean, he must already have one if he was able to get a Switch 2. Usually Bradley will just not have a console on launch.
Come on, guys, at least make this interesting.
Rapid spin knockback. Customize like a pro.
Things are really heating up.
This shit is heating up, Sonic, not things.
Watch and learn.
Oh yeah, the well. Sign up for a Sega account and get the blue star. Yeah, they want you to link your Sega account to your Steam just to get one hoverboard. They make you do all sorts of wild shit. It's not enough that we paid for the digital deluxe and we pre-ordered, and now we gotta sign up a Sega account to get some fucking whale that doesn't even speak? A speechless whale? Build your ultimate racing machine.
I'll try this.
I'll try this. Have we not seen Metal Sonic in this game? Am I tripping? I mean, Metal Sonic was a given, right? I don't know if we've seen him before. I feel like he's a given.
Alright, got this gizmo thing.
Gizmo. Totally, dude. That was totally Kyle.
This'll work. Nailed it. Are you guys even trying?
You guys aren't trying, dude.
This could prove useful. Unleash.
Come on, guys, at least make this interesting.
Do you think they're gonna use the assets they made for this game to remake other games? What assets did they make for this game? The assets are taken from the other games. It's the other way around. The main series makes the assets, and then the spin-offs reuse them. I don't know if modders can like chime in when it comes to these silent characters. Is it gonna be too hard to mod voices to those characters because they weren't coded to have voices in the first place? That's what I'm thinking about. Like, is it gonna be like impossible to get that because of that? Let's play some Casino Pop. They got me in the mood now. Wow, there's another video here actually. Hold on. Let me see. Sonic and McLaren London live event. I don't know what's actually happening, but there's a London live event if you want to go to that. It's just so funny watching everyone switch up on the boy. Like, obviously Sonic is an icon, and like, he was doing Macy's parades and shit in the 90s, and then obviously he kind of fell from grace and yada yada yada, but like, all the big corporations that moved on from Sonic, and then it's like Sonic started having the movies and hits again, and everyone's showing up to welcome them. It feels like how actors must feel like when they haven't had like a hit movie in years, and it's like you ain't getting invited to the Oscars and all that shit no more. Like, oh, like we didn't have enough seats. Oh, we didn't realize you wanted to come. Like, we thought you were just, you know. And then you have a hit movie again, and it's like, yo, you coming to the Oscars, right? Like, we saved you a front row seat, right? Like, I feel like Sonic's going through that, where it's like the movies are hitting, they're getting like Idris Elba, Keanu Reeves, like they getting all the big names, and it's like, oh yeah, so let's collab. You know that collab that you wanted us to do like 10 years ago, but you were dropping like Rise of Lyric and shit, and we just, you know, we lost your number. We found your number again. It was, you know, my dog ate the phone number, but he spat it out 10 years later. So like, let's do that collab. Like, now you're getting SpongeBob in your games. You get all these fucking collabs. You know, maybe they can start clearing the Michael Jackson music for re-release to Sonic 3. Use the cloud for something. Might be how things are looking with Drake in like 2 years. In 2 years, Drake is doing just fine. Like, desperate niggas tried to end the nigga career, and they realized he wasn't going anywhere. They thought they had something. They had a little 1 year run of hate, and it's over now, and it's back to regularly scheduled programming. Still find it crazy that you can't play base Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles and Origins. Well, you guys wanted it glued together, so they did that for you. No option to play it the original way. That's how you rewrite history. But speaking of rewriting history, I mean, 06 is going to be one of those games that history is just rewritten. Because, like, no one's going to get a PS3 or 360 to play the original 06. Like, the moment it gets recomped and comes to PC, that immediately fixes the slowdown that was on PS3, the long load times that were on both systems. I mean, you still have the glitches, but just simply fixing the loads and the slowdown alone feels like 60% of it is just like marginally more tolerable to play. And I'm saying this as someone who liked the game, who played it on PS3 and 360, but like the slowdowns for me was worse than the long load time. The slowdowns used to piss me off. You know, performance is so important to me. Did I go to the Drake concert in London? No, I didn't go to the Drake concert. I don't like standing in front of a bunch of random people, no seating. Like, sorry, but it's just not my vibe. If I go to a concert, that shit gonna have seating arrangements and shit like that. it's that Minecraft video on the screen. Which Minecraft video? Oh, I don't know what the fuck that is. What the fuck? Oh, see, you Minecraft weirdos. What? Why has this got 1.8 million views? This is why bro only showed up to the Sonic Symphony. Yeah, I mean, you know, the symphony was. I enjoyed the symphony. I mean, Johnny didn't show up, but it was still a good symphony. Oh yeah, this is recent actually. This was today. Or was it past midnight? It was yesterday. Welcome to Crosstalk. Learn more about the competition you'll be facing in Sonic Racing Crossworlds in this new weekly series. First up is the rivalry to end all rivalries, Sonic and Shadow. Pre-order available September 25th. People were mentioning that this had like a very familiar art style. It's giving like Sonic Battle kind of vibes.
Welcome to Crosstalk. I'm Tails.
I'm Sonic.
And this is our coverage of the Crossworld Grand Prix. The big event is almost upon us. It's bringing out some fierce rivalries, and few are as legendary as Sonic and Shadows.
Whatever. Time to separate the
Whatever.
fastest from the fakers.
You two are evenly matched on and off the track. Even your machines are nearly identical.
What? No way. My Speedster Lightning is a work of art. Just look at it. So sleek,
You know,
so
I'm gonna say some shit that people are gonna be upset, but like, I'm just looking at Sonic with the tan arms, and it felt wrong. I feel like movie Sonic has become so big that just seeing him with the tan arms, like, my brain immediately went, "Are they supposed to be tan?" Like, I was like, "Oh yeah, they are supposed to be tan." Like, I'm starting to feel like movie Sonic has brainwashed me now. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I'm starting to feel that way.
Ooh, so me.
It's certainly tailor-made to your sense of style, but Shadow's signature Dark Reaper
Like,
is pretty
why
impressive.
did they make his arms tan in the first place? Like, they made his legs blue, and then they made his arms tan. Like, what was the reasoning for that? Like, now I'm curious. Like, why they decided to make his arms tan in the beginning of the franchise. Because I'm just like, but his legs are blue. Why are his arms tan? I don't know. Like, I'm not like an expert on like nature, but is there any creature where their arms are like noticeably a different color from their legs? Is that like a common thing? Because like, Tails doesn't have it. You know, like, I don't know.
Too.
Nah, mine's better.
But it.
Better.
Shadow doesn't have
well,
it.
customizing them can have a huge impact too. Changing out the wheels or
Why
chassis
Sonic?
can shift the weight or performance significantly.
Okay, you got me there, but
Even changing the colors can have a psychological impact.
So you could get Roger to do all of this dialogue for a YouTube video series, but you couldn't get him to do Werehog. And look, I'm just saying this as someone who would have preferred Jason clips to be used from Unleashed. From a business standpoint, like, you got him to do all this for a video series that we're gonna watch because we're just waiting for the game. But you couldn't get him to record some Werehog runs? Like, that just kind of confuses me, okay? Yo, Yibby! Damn! Yibby, what is going on today? Green Hill Classic Sonic Forces Extend. Green Hill Classic Sonic Forces Extend. Is that the Sonic 4 sounding one? Oh my god. You really spent your paycheck on that? Of all things? Alright, just for you, we'll do Green Hill. Is it called Green Hill? Did they change the name? Green Hill Classic Music. You really spent your paycheck on this. Is it Faded Hills? Alright, it's Faded Hills. Let's get a longer version. Yibby paid for this, okay? Someone could have bought Crossworlds with that money. Almost. But instead we're using it for Crossworld. Well, actually, we have to finish the video before we continue the song. But after the video, we'll play the song. But the fact that they could get dialogue for this Crosstalk series and not for the character, the Werehog, that's just hilarious to me.
Nothing is a given in this race.
Okay, you've made your point. Sheesh, never argue mechanics with a gearhead. But it's not all about the machine. When driven by a pro, that's all the edge you need.
The
That's all
racer
the edge you
is
need.
a key component, and Dodonpa has invited so many of us to race. The competition is going to be intense, with or without you and Shadow.
Well, then we'll just have to see how it goes.
What do you mean
on
with or
the
without in the
track.
shadows? Yeah, this soundtrack not hitting. I'm sorry, not hitting. What is that song? Let me just take a quick look at something quickly. I want to see a list of Sonic characters. So Tails doesn't have 10 arms. Knuckles doesn't have 10 arms. Shadow's a hedgehog and doesn't have 10 arms. Silver's a hedgehog, doesn't have 10 arms. Blaze covers her arms. So does Eggman. Amy has 10 arms. Rouge, I don't know which. Why does it say? What is Batty Red? What is? Oh god. I think the point I was trying to make is that I guess Charmy has 10 arms. It's really just Sonic and Amy. I mean, Rouge, that's her body has got the same color, although you can't see it because most of it is like her hot dress slash bra slash I don't know. I still like this song, I'm sorry. Make poll, tan arms or blue arms. I'm pretty sure chat is just gonna say they like the tan arms because that's what they're used to. I don't hate tan arms. For the record, I don't hate tan arms. It's just I'm starting to second guess why they made the decision in the first place. Like, I don't know. What does a regular hedgehog look like? I mean, I know what they look like. I'm just like refreshing my memory. I'm just trying to understand what their thought process was now. Like, why did they do it? Because there had to have been like a specific reason. Well, there had to be a reason why they went that route. Like, something must have made them go, don't make the arms the same color as the legs. Like, whoever's idea that, was it Oshima who designed the character? Someone should ask him if he's active somewhere. Like, why'd you make him tan in the first place? Like, did you try it blue and go, it's too blue? I don't know. So you could see his arms when he runs. Is that confirmed? That sounds like an interesting reason for sure. I mean, let me see. Sonic 1 sprite. GIF. I guess I could see it. Like, the arm is clearer in animation. Well, that's not an official animation, is that? It's clearer because it's a different color. I could see that. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Because, like, yeah, it's pixelated. So everything's just gonna look like a mush of blue. You know, you make the shoes red so it's distinct, you can see the shoes. You make the arms tan. You make the fists white. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I see it. I see it. That makes sense. That makes sense. Where are we? We saw that. We saw that. We saw that. We saw that. Okay, where are we? Alright, this is some other news. The tab's on in perfect order, so we're just going through everything. It's kind of like, why does Mario have a mustache? But that's not the same though. Mario is a human being, and human beings, some of them have mustaches, so it's not like a ridiculous thing. Sonic is a hedgehog, but it doesn't look like a regular hedgehog, so they had to design a fresh design from scratch. And the tan arm thing was just kind of like, someone had to make that decision. Like, they had to be like, usually creatures have arms that are the same color as their legs. We went a different direction. There'll have to be an explanation for why they would go against the grain like that. But anyway, yeah. Sonic Blitz has been additionally released in Brazil. The game's latest update also brings new cards Silver, Sir Galahad, I don't know what the fuck that is, Tikal, Chip, Storm, Bean the Dynamite, and King Boom Boom. This is the mobile game that they announced. They didn't even announce it, we just found out about it. The gameplay looked kind of boring, but for those of you who want to play it, you know, I guess you could play it. Oh yeah, CTR moved 10 million units. They announced it recently in June. Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled, which came out in the year 2019, so in 6 years has moved 10 million units, right? So, it's 2025 now, so Sonic gotta do 10 million by 2030. We gotta beat Crash. Crash done 10 M's and didn't even come to PC. They didn't even re-release it for current systems. So, as far as I'm concerned, you can't let Crash outsell you. Crossworlds need to be supported every fucking year, every single year, new content. It needs to move more than 10 million. I said that 10 million was possible, but now that Crash has done it in 6 years, we gotta do it in 5. Okay? So 2030 September, we should have moved 10 plus. And if movie 4 isn't a flop, then that should boost the sales significantly because they're gonna be like, oh, you liked movie 4? We got Frontiers 2, we got Crossworlds, we got this, we got that. 10 million and no PC port. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, like Crash was on a good run and they just fucked it up, right? I mean, I really enjoyed Crash Team Rumble actually. I was actually saying we need a Sonic version of Crash Team Rumble. Now they've already taken the name Sonic Rumble. But we could make a fan version, call it Team Sonic Rumble. You know, put in a bunch of cool Sonic levels, add in momentum and slopes and shit. A Sonic version of Crash Team Rumble would be fire, I'm just saying. But, you know, maybe some fan game creator will make it. Or if they don't, then I'll just use AI to generate in like 5 years. It's so interesting to me how the Sonic movies have been doing better as they go on because people don't feel like they have to watch the previous movies. Well, they're kids' movies, that's why no one feels like they have to watch the previous one. Movie 1 could be skipped entirely. Entirely. Like, I will say that with my chest, you don't have to watch the first movie. It's just Sonic and Tom. Literally, you could start from movie 2 and you wouldn't miss a fucking beat. Okay? But yeah, I would say watch movie 2 before 3. There's definitely a rapport that's built in movie 2. Like, that's Sonic and Tails' origin together as friends and yada yada yada. Knuckles is at his peak in movie 2. Movie 2 was better than movie 3, but they don't want to hear that conversation. They get mad at me for saying it. But yeah, I would say start from 2. Don't even start from 1. Unless you just really want to watch all of them. But I would say with my chest, skip 1 and you'd be good. Skip the Knuckles show as well. Oh yeah, of course. You know, you could watch the first episode because Sonic's in there, but aside from that, like, you know. Wasn't Shadow supposed to get a spin-off show as well, or a spin-off movie or something? I could have sworn they teased something like that. Oh yeah, they said okay. Radical Highway from Sonic Adventure 2 will be added as a course in Crossworlds. It faithfully recreates elements like the under-construction highway and the massive red bridge. Take a nighttime drive across the skyline and feel the thrill. If you had told me in 2010 that we'd be in Radical Highway with Wisps, well, I would have believed you because Colors would have just come out, so it would have been believable, you know, but I wouldn't have been happy about it. It's just funny how time flies. I like the big spring. How did they manage to just take songs and just make them worse? It's Radical Highway. These are the times where I want them to just be lazy and just start reusing songs because you can't, certain things you can't remix successfully. Like, you're not doing a good enough job. Just start reusing the songs. Like, the song got no soul anymore. Like, what happened to the soul of the song? I mean, the track looks good though. I don't know where all the other races are. I hope this is a maximum speed though. I just feel like music is letting the game down so much. Like, I mean, I'm fine just playing Spotify, especially if you're gonna be playing the game for hours. But like, it would have been nice if the music was so fire that I didn't want to use Spotify. We got another video to check out. Neo Metal Sonic is coming to Sonic Forces Mobile, unlocking from 18 to 29. Okay, that's an old tab. I guess you can't unlock him anymore. Too late. Now here's some good music. Fucking good music. It's about time. Whoever is decomping heroes, hurry the fuck up. I mean, take your time. We appreciate you. Please don't give up. Please. Okay? Just say something so we know you exist. Did they release the instrumental officially? This song's so fucking fire. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, I miss Heroes so much. Oh my god. I could listen to this song for hours. Oh my god. Oh my god, like, do people still play Speed Battle? I haven't really been on it like that, but you know. Apparently it's still getting like heavy support, so maybe at some point I should open the app and see what's up. This song's addicting. I'm supposed to be paying attention to the gameplay and I'm listening to the song. Yeah, Crossworlds soundtrack is not hitting, I'm sorry. Like it's not. Like, I mean, I know I'm comparing it to the greatest vocal theme in Sonic history, but like still, like, do better. Floating Kite donated $2 and said dreams of an absolution and also has become a channel member. Thank you so much for the support. Okay. Dreams of an absolution. Sonic games having good music is over. It's time to move on. It's the same video as before. His wall, relax. His wall doesn't clear what I'm made of. Okay. Okay. There's at least multiple Crush 40 songs better than his wall. In fact, where's my fucking tier list? Where's my tier list? What did I say before? People are still watching that video actually. People are still watching this video. It's like 77k, but it only had like 7k the day I dropped it. Spoiler alert for those who haven't seen the tier list, but I'm gonna show the full thing. So, I want to see where I put things. Obviously, what I'm made of first. Open Your Heart second. This is before Frontiers. Before you go, where's the Open Your Heart. I'm All of Me. Night of the Wind. Sonic Heroes, Live and Learn, It Doesn't Matter, Down to the Mellow. Yeah, his board is that even top 10? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It just scrapes top 10. Scrapes. When is all of the Frontiers reaction videos come? Which Frontiers reaction videos? Is there any song from Frontiers I put in S tier? Probably Vandalize and Undefeatable will go in S tier. Yeah, those two. That's about it. Thank you for putting Diamond in the Sky in S tier. I mean, Sonic R's soundtrack is goated, so that's a given. But yeah. Let's take a look at this video quickly. It says, in Grand Prix mode, there are more than 500 types of character exchanges with selected rivals and more than 1,000 voice lines. Yeah, don't be flexing voice lines when you know what you did with a werehog. Okay. Keep an eye out for exchanges between characters with some history together, as well as those who have never interacted before.
Who's this runt? Out of the way, short stack! I'm here to race against the best!
Then you found him. There isn't anyone who can match my skill or speed. See you at the finish line, chump.
Ah, and chat used to sound so fucking cool, man. It's crazy. I think we've seen this already. Like, let's move on to the next shit. Yeah, these are some older tabs. I feel like these are some older tabs. Yeah, I think these are some old tabs that didn't get deleted. I feel like I closed these ages ago, but did we read this before? I can't even remember. There's some nice bait floating kites, but I'm not taking that today. Ugh. I find it weird that Miku, the character known for a voice, won't have voice clips. I just don't understand their thought process behind the whole voice clips thing. Why is Clinton trending? Did someone die? Anyway, I don't know if I've seen this article before. It says, Izuku and Sonic's lost decade, we were fighting to survive, it's totally different now. Oh, they're talking about the meta era? We're told that Izuku is quite the busy man these days, but thankfully he still found time to sit down with almost every relevant game slot on the planet at Summer Game Fest. During one of those interviews, the Sonic creator chief was asked about his experience at Sonic Team and Sega over the last decade, and he revealed from that his perspective, the Sonic brand was not in a very positive space, we were fighting to survive. 10 years ago, I moved from Tokyo to Burbank. At that time, the Sonic brand was not in a very positive space. A lot of people were bashing on the brand. They really weren't happy with the things coming out. What happened during those years? If you recall, several seismic shifts happened that helped collapse the value of the Sonic brand. Chief of these being the shift of the Sonic brand team from its original location in London, UK, to Sega's America's corporate headquarters in California. So basically, they left the UK and went to America, and things went to shit. It's the Yanks' fault. I blame you Americans. You ruined it. Okay? They were doing just fine when they were here. This cultural change coincided with the infamous new version of Sonic the Hedgehog called Sonic Boom, and it's hard to really separate the two events as one and the same, really. We all know what happened with Sonic Boom, of course, following that expensive blunder. The rest is history. Anyway, it took Sega America almost a decade to recover from that bizarre cross-media pitch, and now thanks to some clever forward planning, the Sonic brand is starting to find itself in a much better place. When I think about 10 years ago, what was happening 10 years ago, and what's happening now, I can't really believe some of the things that have changed. As a game creator, I was previously inside of Sega, working on games and managing teams, and everything started changing. Now we have Netflix content that's being created, we have movies that are coming out. Instead of just looking at games, it's like there's 150% more stuff coming in. What I do at work has changed, the people I meet have changed, even with things like working inside the entertainment industry. You know, we're all from the game industry, but now we're working with movie industry people. They're a completely different industry in the way that they think, that they act. How they create content is completely different, and then I got to walk on the red carpet for a movie premiere. There's so many things that are new. 10 years ago, I don't think any of us could have believed this could become the normal reality. Thinking of it now, and us being successful compared to 10 years ago, it's like 180 degrees. We were fighting to survive is totally different now. So, the moral of the story, is this. Moral of the story is Asuka admitted that the meta era was mid, and he shot on your childhoods. I'm sorry. That's what he did. He's telling you to your face the shit was mid. I know you guys grew up in that era, so you love it, but like, he's telling you that shit was mid. Okay? He had a few highlights, you had Generations, you had Mania, but the shit was mid. Okay, it was. Like, shit was mid. Look, every era had some mid, but you guys had the most mid. It is what it is. You had the most mid. Like, it's just what it was. You know, like 2000s had its issues, but like we had our hits as well. Dark Sage donated $2 and said Nightmare Fiction 2 Blast Blue. I don't know what that is, but if that's copyrighted, we can't play it. Just for the record, it has to be copyright safe. Someone said 90s greater than 2020s, greater than 2000s, greater than 20s. 2000s is 1, okay? Like, I don't know what you're on, but like, it's definitely not third. I'm telling you that much. It's definitely not third. Like, let me see. The Game Gear games were worse than the Meta era games. I mean, Sonic Blast is pretty mid. I mean, if you're asking me to rank the decades, obviously 2000s is first, 90s is second, right? As for whether 2020s is better than 2010s, I don't know. If we compare Sonic Generations to Shadow Generations, I still pick Sonic Generations. If we compare Mania to Superstars, I pick Mania. You know, so yeah, I'm not at a point where I'm gonna say 2020s is definitively better. I'm not at that point. If we're talking games, obviously, if you're gonna use movies to carry the shit, then that's different. But Frontiers 2 is probably gonna be the decider. But I mean, I will replay Transformed so I can compare it to Crossworlds. It will help the 2020s if Crossworlds is better than Transformed. But I think the real decider is Frontiers 2. You need a clear, definitive banger, no asterisk. Because we had Generations in the 2010s and Mania. Definitive bangers. So you had Shadow Generations, that can balance out Generations Sonic. But in terms of 2D, Superstars was just weak compared to Mania, so you haven't got that. So now you need the racing game win to kind of balance it out again. So if Crossworlds is better than Transform, then that's a good point for 2020s. But Frontiers 2 is going to be the real decider, right? Because Frontiers 2 is going up against Forces, because I'm assuming it's coming in 2027. Forces was 2017. So it's the matchup now. So Frontiers 2 is going to be like the, did you drop a banger? You grew up with 2000s, it's your personal favorite, Brisson. Wait, it's your favorite, but you put it in third place? That doesn't make sense. Then it's not your favorite then, because why is it in third place? I could have let you slide to second place, because the 90s was like the 90s, and it had Sonic Adventure 1, you know, and also the Precious Classics that people plays. Third? Now you taking the piss. Okay. You think we'll get another mainline this decade after Frontiers 2? Well, Shadow Gens is mainline, but it's not a big boy, like, open zone, right? And they said they wanted to do a third one, I think, a third Frontiers, to round off the trilogy or something. So, if Frontiers 2 is 2027, I don't see it out of the realms of possibility to get a 2029 B-side game that's like a Shadow Gens type game. Plus, they're still re-releasing shit, so we might get a re-release or something, you know? It's very possible. But I don't think we'll get a big boy open zone after Frontiers 2 before 2030. Someone said Frontiers is mid as fuck, honeymoon phase is over. Well, I mean, that's what always happens, right? Honeymoon phases are real. We need the 3D collection. Yeah, I think Sega knows there's too much money in re-releasing 3D Sonic. They're not gonna do a collection. They're just gonna bill you for a brand new game. They're not gonna release Adventure 1 and 2 in a pack. They're just gonna sell them individually. If they ever remade Adventure, Shizuka keeps dragging his feet on it. But if they ever remade Adventure, be like, here's Adventure 1, it costs $70, buy it again. You know, Digital Deluxe, 80, you get, what else do you get with the 80 Digital Deluxe? A few extra carts for Twinkle Park. You know, you start with some upgrades, you know. The train that goes from Station Square to Mystic Ruins is 10% faster. Pay a premium, please. You know how it be. You know how it be. You know, squeeze all the bread out of us. Earning well we now. Skill up on Sonic Racing Crossworld previews and opinions at Summer Game Fest. That's probably what I was trying to open in that link before.
Crossworlds Racing. Now, let me tell you, this was one of the low-key darlings of Summer Games Fest this year. The trailer showcased everything you'd expect to see in a Sonic-led kart racer, but things got pretty wild at the end when it was revealed that Hatsune Miku, Ichiban Kasuga from Like a Dragon, Joker from Persona 5, and Steve from that Jack Black movie will also be joining the lineup. Pretty huge, to be honest, but not as huge as the hands-on impressions coming out of Summer Games Fest, all of which were really glowing. I spoke to a bunch of people who played this thing, and they all came away with huge smiles on their faces. Some of them even said that it was doing for them what Mario Kart World wasn't, namely surprising them and showing them something new. If the new Mario Kart is feeling a touch familiar to you, then this may be one to put on your radar. It's dropping September 25th for all. Crossworld.
Alright, so a good perception, a good review of Summer Game Fest footage. Speaking of which, let me check the Mario Kart World Metacritics right now. Not Metacritic. 7.1. That's gotta be people mad about the price just hitting a score low, right? Like, let me see. I ain't reading all this. Okay, yeah, like, I ain't reading this. A 0? Okay, you're just hating. The game was fun for the first few hours. After it gets really stale. Feels like you're driving on straight roads. Rainbow Road's fantastic. Yeah, I'm like, Sega, this is your year. All you gotta do is just deliver, because 7.1, even the reviews are only 86, which for Mario Kart, that's not high. What did Base 8 get? Base 8 on Wii U got 88, and then 8 Deluxe got 92. So they're below Base 8. So, and Sonic Transformed hit. What did Transformed hit? Transformed was 82. You're only 4 points away, Sega. Like, could Crossworlds pass it? I mean, Crossworlds has to beat it on user score because, you know, 7.1 is low. So you gotta beat that. Like, but the 86 is gonna be harder, especially since your soundtrack is leaving much to be desired. And on top of that, you're charging $70 to $90, so people are gonna just be mad for that reason and give low scores. They'll love the game and be like, but it's not worth $70, and then they'll give you a low score. If they were charging $50, they probably would outscore Mario Kart World just off of that alone. Let's be real. But yeah, Crossworlds needs to be at least in the 80s though. Like, hopefully it matches or at least surpasses Transform score. Ooh, 91 and 9.2. That's pretty high. That's what's up. Anyway, Sega accidentally revealed the sales of many older games. Team Sonic Racing did 3.5 M's? And that shit had Dead Online? So Persona 5 did 7.25 million and Frontiers did 4.5. This is how we know Sega's slacking, because how are you letting Persona outsell Sonic? Persona. I know it's a big franchise, but like we're talking about our Lord and Savior here, okay? Our Lord and Savior must remain #1 in the primary, okay? When did Persona 5 Royal even come out? Okay, so it had a 3-year head start. Wait, Frontiers was 2022? Right? 2022? 2022. Okay, you had a 3-year head start, so okay, I'll let you off. But still, you know, I can't believe Team Solid raced at 3.5 M's. Superstar somehow snagged 2.4 M's. You know, I know some people are going online saying that shit moved like a million, like several millions of units, but it wasn't what they were saying it was, but it's still ridiculously high for Superstars. That just goes to show how much the movie has boosted this fucking franchise. Because Mania would have sold way more if it came out after the movie, I'm just saying. They probably would have added movie skins to Mania if Mania came out after the movies. But yeah, the movie push is real. Sonic Movie 1 push TSR. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. That definitely makes sense. How much did Mania do? I think it scraped like 1 million or something. It wasn't big, but it came out in the meta era. No one was checking the song like that. So it's not even a testament to its quality. It's just, it came out at the worst possible time. Like Crossworld, if TSR did 3.5 M's and it came out before movie 1, Crossworlds has to do 10 M's. It has to. I'm not saying the first year or anything like that, but as they support it with more and more content, it has to do 10 M's. Like, I'm predicting now that it will hit 10 M's by latest 2029. Okay? And if movie 4 is a hit, then it'll probably hit 10 M's around after movie 4 comes out. Maybe 2028. Ugh. We won't do 10 M's if half the roster can't talk. Yeah, but they're not gonna know that the half the roster can't talk, right? Like, they're making Minecraft movies now. Like, I don't know if they're making a sequel to that. I haven't even seen the first Minecraft movie. But let's say in a couple years they make a Minecraft movie sequel, 2027. And then Sega does a promotion, you know, discount for Crossworlds, and they got Minecraft Steve on the promo. Some Minecraft fan who just saw the Minecraft movie 2, and then they see that, you know, Minecraft Steve is in the game. Some kids and ask their parents to buy it for them. They're not gonna be thinking it's the voice in there. They're just gonna be like, that's Minecraft, buy it. It's kind of like how they used to fool us when we were kids with like GBA and DS versions of games, or, you know, inferior versions of games. Like, if you really wanted the game as a kid and they're promoting and marketing the game and the game was coming to like PS3, but then they also had a PS2 version, you didn't know the difference as a kid. You just saw the same title, and then you see the same game cover, but it's just like PS3 versus PS2, and you're like, well, I have a PS2, I'll just ask my parents to get the PS2 version. Not realizing it's an entirely different game by an entirely different team, just with the same title. And you don't realize that until after you bought it. Like, one is Unleashed and one is Unleashed. You don't even know. You bought it, it's too late now. That's just how it goes. Holy Rabbit 21 donated $2. Thank you so much for the support. And said, Sonic 3D boss from Rusty Ruin Saturn OST at 1. I think I missed the donation as well. Ika donated $1 and said, I don't care what anyone says, Michael Jackson is the Sonic Heroes of the music industry. So he's the greatest to ever do it? I mean, that's a given, right? That's like a water is wet type situation right there. Rusty Ruins Act 1 Saturn. Wish they would still add costumes for Crossbow. Are you talking like different models for characters or whatnot? Like using like the Adventure 1 model or something like that. Don't forget SpongeBob and Patrick. End of the year, the fourth SpongeBob movie is coming. It's gonna boost the sales. Oh yeah, like if they do the promo right, like Sega leverages the SpongeBob movie and says you can buy this game and race the SpongeBob, then yeah, that's gonna help us. Like if Sega tactically executes this, there's no reason why Crossworlds won't move 10 million. This song is fire. I need to revisit this game because it's got some soundtrack gems. I can't believe the fall from grace when it comes to soundtracks. Like these OSTs recently have not been it. Like, I don't know what's been going on with them when it comes to OSTs. But yeah, 10 mil for Crossworlds, it will happen. Here's some footage from the upcoming SpongeBob DLC. All right, 2 minutes 41. Let's take a quick look at that actually. Yeah, but between the soundtrack not being that great and the lack of voice acting, if mods doesn't fix that shit, or if mods could potentially get you banned from online, then it's looking like a mute the game and put the shit on Spotify, because there's no point even listening to the game audio if there's no soundtrack that you want to listen to, or if the voice acting is not even on a bunch of the characters that you want to use. And even the characters that have voice acting, there's a debate as to whether we even like those voices. Not that I want to get into that again, but it's kind of looking like a put Spotify on and play the game. Cool Edge is fire though. Not the music, but like the track layout is good. I like the track layout. Bye-bye. It's been so silent. We haven't heard any voices until Sonic said that. Like, imagine, like, do you know what I mean? Like, look at the tricks. Imagine what we could be hearing in these moments. Like, imagine, like, SpongeBob is on the ramps doing tricks and you're hearing, like, ay. Like, we missed out. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know why they take these corners sometimes. Unleashed on a 2 pound, it says Superstars Lagoon City Act 2. Sonic Superstars? Alright, I'll add that to the queue. Like, I think people are forgetting that voices and music makes these games. It's where the character and identity comes from. Like, I used to play as Toad in Mario Kart 64 just so I could hear the Yahoos and the I'm the best. Obviously, it was the fastest character in the game as well, but I needed the Yahoos and the Here We Goes and the I'm the best. The same fucking 3 voice clips. I needed to hear them. And when he gets hit with the banana and he hits you with the ow, like, I need that shit. Voices is like where the character and the soul of a game is. Like, that's why when they change voice actors it's so annoying, because it's like the soul of a game is in the voices and the music, you know? It's just not one of those things you could just like remove. I should probably play this one for a few more minutes before I switch over. Toad voice in 64 is like, oh, exactly, before they changed Toad to the scraggly shit, you know. Never thought I'd see SpongeBob holding a wisp. That's for sure. Sega didn't want to pay Tom Kenny for new SpongeBob voice clips. Yeah, I mean, they just have to pay him. Like, I'm sorry, but you gotta pay him. Like, who wants to play a SpongeBob when you can't hear SpongeBob's iconic voice? Like, imagine him doing the tricks and you're hearing like him laugh. Or like some I'm ready, like, you know what I mean? Like, I was saying, if they didn't charge $90 for this, then it would have been better than Mario Kart. But the game is still the same game, no matter what they charge. If it's a more fun game, it's a more fun game. If it's not a more fun game, it's not a more fun game. People need to learn to separate the difference between what you like more and value for money. Like, if Super Mario Odyssey costed $60 and Sonic Heroes costed $5,000, Sonic Heroes is still the better game. To me. But in terms of value for money, like, obviously $5,000 is ridiculous, right? It shouldn't cost, you know, 100 times more almost than Mario Odyssey. That's ridiculous. So in terms of value for money, that's horrible. But if you ask me to play both and say which one do I like more, I would say Heroes is the one I like more. So like, if Crossworlds is more fun than Mario Kart World to you, then it's more fun. You could say you liked it more. Even if you think it's not good value for money, that's a separate point. Because let's face it, the price of a game can change at any point in time, and it could be cheaper in a matter of months. And that's the problem with reviews. Like when Crash Team Racing came out, they didn't mention the microtransactions. They gave it to the reviewers without the microtransactions in the game, so they could get glowing reviews, and they'll just judge the gameplay. And after the reviews came out, and then the game came out, then they added all the microtransactions so it wouldn't affect the reviews. So like with Crossworlds, now that everyone knows the price, the reviews are gonna take a hit because people are just gonna be like, cost too much, don't buy it. If they had just charged like, I don't know, $50 on launch, you know, and then added in like the season passes and shit later, and then increase the price or something, then it'll be too late. The reviews would already be in. But, you know, they're gonna have to deal with the review score hit that's gonna come with charging a lot of money, so that's on them. Oh yeah, new Sonic games. I forgot about this. Should they have delayed on the announcement of the roadmap? I don't know what they should have done, to be honest. I feel like it depends on how much they care about review scores. Because charging what they're charging is gonna affect review scores, because people won't separate price from their review. So you're gonna have to take that hit. Golden Kite said Mario Kart World is one of the worst Mario Kart games ever, on the same level as Nick Races and Cartoon Network Kart. I haven't even played Cartoon Network Kart. I didn't even know that was a thing, but that's gotta be wrong. Sonic Crossworlds has a chance to easily beat Mario Kart board in quality. Okay. While I don't think Mario Kart World is the best Mario Kart ever, and I do think Crossworlds could be better than it, in my personal opinion. I don't think it's one of the worst Mario Karts. You know, I don't think that. Like, but you know what? I'm not gonna sit here and defend Mario Kart World because I'm not that precious about it so far. So, the fact that this game will probably have a better online than Mario Offline World. Wait, is the online dead on Mario Kart World? What's going on, EB? Maybe it's only dead for you because it's ranked and you've outranked everyone and there's no one to play with. Knowing you probably optimized the game so much that you can't link up with any casuals to play the game. You're not even that high. I call bullshit, you mean? I call bullshit. Nintendo actively made it worse. They added an update that basically killed the online. I heard that they removed the thing that allows you to play the courses normally. You gotta do that annoying drive from one course to another bullshit. Like, I'm not a big fan of the whole intermission thing. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like it's so weird. Like Nintendo made this whole open world Mario Kart thinking it was gonna revolutionize the game, but I feel like we're at a point in gaming right now where people are hitting that open world fatigue. Like when open worlds were new in the 2000s, every new generation was like, how do we make these games bigger? How do we make it so big that everyone gets lost in the wall? And there's somewhere in the like mid to late 2010s, people started to go, just because we can make it bigger doesn't mean we should. Maybe a small open world that's more densely packed and more interesting is better. Like there was some kind of open world fatigue that hit. And now is the point where Nintendo's finally gone, now is the time to make an open world. At the point where like we're starting to appreciate smaller games and more arcade experiences. If they had done this in like maybe 2020, maybe they would have gotten a better response. But I feel like open world fatigue has kind of hit. I put 200 hours to Tears of the Kingdom, so that's not true. Cardboard just had a terrible open world. Well, I mean, everyone's different, but like me personally, like I'm kind of over like games that take 50 plus hours to beat. But you know, I am ADHD, so there is that. You know, I prefer like games that don't take 50 million sittings to beat. Dark Star donate $2. Thank you so much for the support. Second Wind Extended Frontiers. I don't even know what song that is. Okay, it's not one of the cringe cyberspace songs, so that's cool. You said there was news of new games. Oh yeah, we're about to take a look at that. The game shines on normal tracks with the wall riding and rail grinding. Probably seen some clips. I've seen clips, but I haven't played enough to actually really get on that shit. Like the tricks I was seeing, I don't even know how to pull those off yet. I'm still learning the game. You know, I barely played it when it was new, and then Donkey Kong came out, and then, you know. What's your favorite character apart from Sonic and Shadow and Knuckles? Silver. Is this the Final Horizon song? DK Bonanza should have been the $80 game. People would have been. No, they wouldn't have been more forgiving. The moment it was announced that they were going to charge something like $80, they would have hated off the jump. They would have been mad. Do you think 06 should get a full remaster? From Sega? No. I don't trust them. Just give me my recom. I'm done with Sega's remasters. I don't trust their vision. Sega don't even want to do Adventure 1 and talk about 06. Okay, like, just give me my PC port and let me just be done with it. Tricks aren't even that hard to figure out on a simple level, which is nice, and open world does, and Rewind does a good job encouraging you to get better. Yeah, I only drove in the open world for like a matter of minutes, to be honest. Like, I haven't played that much, so I just need to sink my teeth into it, but I've been busy. But yeah, let's take a look at these tweets. Apparently there are more surveys showing potential new Sonic games. This is the same way Sonic Frontiers was initially leaked. If this is real, I guess this is where Sonic Blitz came from. So these are concepts that they pitch to people, and then based on response and reception, they use that to determine what to make, I guess. And yes, those are AI images before people get upset. The digital world is alive and it's hunting you. Action adventure single player consoles and PC. The direct sequel to Sonic Frontiers, this game evolves the open zone formula with a living, reactive world. Okay. Built in Unreal Engine 5, thank God. Sonic Frontiers 2 delivers jaw-dropping visuals, seamless Sonic speech reversal, and an all-new adventure that will redefine the Blue Blur's future. Gameplay evolved. A truly alive open world. Open Zone Freedom 2.0 experienced massive interconnected biomes with real-time terrain deformation. Real-time terrain, like the Donkey Kong shit? Dynamic weather and puzzles that evolve as you progress. Zones rearrange themselves in real time. Floating islands collide, digital storms rewrite to. Ooh, that sounds good. That sounds good. Dimension shifting. Warp between alternative versions of zones, each with unique physics, hazards, and secrets. 1 minute you're grinding on neon rails in a violent cyberpunk cityscape. Yes, City Island. Okay, where everyone wants you dead. The next you're exploring a beautiful, serene forest filled with cherry blossoms and taking in the breathtaking views all in the blink of an eye. So I guess they're talking about like things that you can only do with that faster loads that came with the PS5. Shit that they couldn't have done on Switch 1 because Switch 1 was holding everyone fucking back with their weak ass hardware. I'm guessing Switch 2 can do that shit. So that was Concept C. Now there's a Concept B and a Concept A. So I think this was Frontiers 2. Let me just speak on Concept C quickly. All these words sound like music to my ears. It sounds great. Obviously it's all in the execution. But if they pitch this to me as Frontiers 2, sounds good. All they gotta do is use better music, more polished experience, City Island, cyberspace that isn't mid, and this idea sounds great to me. Sounds great to me, honestly. But yeah, it's all in the execution. Concept B, Sonic Smackdown, Super Sonic Showdown, fighting single and multiplayer consoles and PC. Get ready to throw their hands in Sonic Smackdown, the first full-on 3D fighting game. 3D? We want 2D fighters, not 3D. Anyway, starring Sonic on the most explosive roster the series has ever seen. Battle it out in chaotic high-speed arena combat with every punch, spin dash, special move feels ripped straight from your favorite Sonic games with bone-crunching impact. The biggest Sonic roster ever, fast and fluid control, dodge, counter, and unleash super moves that turn the arena into a spectacle of chaos energy, stages that fight back, roll across chemical. Even in the pitch, you can't even lie and say it's original. You gotta bring back Chemical Plant in the pitch. Shifting hazards, dodge collapsing ruins at Angel Island, or get launched by traps in Eggman's Death Egg. Online and local multiplayer, test your skills in ranked matches or settle all rivalries in 4-player free-for-alls, console perfect action, built from the ground up for PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch. Yeah, miss me with that. I want a 2D file. Sorry. Next, Concept A, Sonic Blitz, the ultimate card battle rush. Dive into Sonic Blitz, the fast-paced mobile trading card game where speed. They already announced this, so it was clearly true. Of the 3 concepts, this is the one that we've actually seen. I'm not reading all of this. We've already got it, and it was mid. There's another image here. Concept C, Break the Limits. Sonic Frontiers 2. The digital world is alive and it's haunting you. Darker story, bigger stakes. Sonic's sharp wit is put to the test as he is hunted by a new threat. A rogue AI which can mimic his every move, forcing Sonic to outthink himself. Shocking twists about the Ancients' fate and their true connection to the Chaos Emeralds. Rich dialogue filled with callbacks and references to Sonic's past adventures. Callbacks and references. Yeah, that sounds like Sega. Next gen speed. Unreal Engine 5's Nanite and Lumen Tech make this the fastest, most fluid Sonic game ever, with instant load times and blistering 60 FPS chat. Like, we're living in the future right here. Blistering 60 frames per second. Truly futuristic experience. Sonic Frontiers 2 isn't just bigger, it's smarter. The world fights back. Your enemies learn, and the speed has never felt more explosive. This is the evolution of Sonic Adventure. Relax, Izuka. The ultimate test of what freedom. Relax with the adventure. You can't even. You're scared to remake the game, but you want every game to be adventure. You can't even remake the game and you talk about that shit. This is the sales figure shit from before. Yeah, this is basically the screenshot from the actual sales. Yeah, we've already seen pretty much all of this. Fakey. They're not leaks, they're concepts. And they're not fake. They're just concepts of like what they could do, and based off reception from surveys, then they make certain things or they don't make certain things. So we got a bunch of those for Frontiers as well. Not all of them came to fruition, but some of them did. T-Power is just a copy of the first one from Frontiers. Well, look, if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen, but it seems reasonable to me. I think this is from one of those like PDFs where they talk about how like the franchise is growing and the numbers are up, repeat sales, and the movies are making money. This is how we're gonna leverage that to make more money. Yeah, it's one of those documents. I'm losing my voice now, so trying to do less reading, but we got more tabs to go through. Yeah, this is the same leak again, but someone else has organized it. Sonic Superstars is selling less than Total War. That's hilarious. If only it wasn't mid. Takashi Iizuka talked about items in Sonic Racing Crossworlds. Anything that was very stressful for players, anything that's always allowed people to come back from behind and win all the time, needed to be removed from the concept. I read this and couldn't help but think how much you hate blue shells. Blue shells are a staple. You can't just remove them because they're annoying, okay? Like, sometimes annoying things have to stay in a game. Alright, we got some footage here that says Sand Road from Team Sonic Race will be added as a course. The layout's been completely redesigned. Alright, let's take a look at that and see what the gameplay's saying.
What secrets are still lost out here? Whoops.
Song's okay. Track design seems fun though. Drink some water. Nah, I need Strepsils for that. But I think my Strepsils are expired. That's how little I stream. Yeah, my Strepsils expired. I don't even have my throat. Oh shit. I need to buy some more actually.
What secrets are still lost out here?
Yeah, this track seems fine though. In terms of track design, musically, no. Ugh. Get well. I'm not ill. It's just when you stream, like your voice, your throat could get dry. You gotta have medication for that. But yeah, music is cool, but like nothing special. But the track seems good. Play the Sand Road song from TSR. I don't even remember how that sounds. I'm not gonna lie to you. Let me see. Okay. 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 Alright, y'all know. Okay. Alright, let's say this, y'all. Yeah. Yeah. Sega said you can either have good music or good gameplay. You can't have both. Even the piano goes crazy. Piano's on his Studiopolis right now. play the Racing Crossworlds footage of this song. I'm about to try that. Let's do a recap before we go back and do that though.
What secrets are still lost out here?
Voice acting's not helping either. Sound design is just taking a hit. Alright, let's try it again. Wait for the drop. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Combine that with like Dan Green and like the faster speed. Oh, yeah. Sound design is so important. Oh my, you see? Yeah. The sound design, like literally. PC modders are gonna have to just have like one mod that just replaces the music or something because, you know. Legends Unite, introducing the DC x Sonic collaboration with a first look at all 5-inch figures as well as epic power versus speed pack. So you did all these DC collabs, but Sonic didn't meet the Joker? Silver Green Lantern, Amy Wonder Woman. Yeah, I think Rouge Wonder Woman could have gone a lot better, I'm just saying. Or Release. Name one Mario Kart from DS onwards that is worse than World. Tour. No, I'm joking, I can't count that, that's cheating. I haven't finished World, so I'm not going to give a definitive answer to that. But if you want me to talk about the weakest Mario Karts post-DS, well, it'd be 7 and weak, obviously. Because the only Mario Karts that can go toe-to-toe with DS is 8 Deluxe and 64. So everything else is below those three. Those are the top 3. Wii is better than 8 Deluxe mechanic. I don't care what word you add after that. Wii is not better than 8 Deluxe. Like, no. Wii is not better than 8 Deluxe. I will play 8 Deluxe for 10 hours before I play Wii. What's my least favorite character in Mario Kart? I don't have a least favorite character. I haven't really thought about that. There's so many characters to pick from. I just pick my favorites. I've never really thought about my least favorite. Wii is not a bad game. I'm just saying 8 Deluxe is better. And 7 is just painfully slow. That's why I'm not going to put it over DS or 8 Deluxe. Like, 7 is the slowest fucking Mario Kart in the whole fucking franchise. The 150cc feels like 100cc. Like, it's actually painfully slow. Like, I've done back and forth tests. Top 5 goes 8 Deluxe, World, Wii, Double. Wii and Double Dash are not better than DS. The Double Dash glaze has to stop, okay? The Double Dash glaze, like, chill. Like, right now, in my opinion, I haven't put World over anything prominent yet. But again, I haven't finished this. I want to get to... I've only done like 3 or 4 cups. I'm still playing it in bits. I've been busy. But I'm not putting it over DS. Like, that's not happening, okay? Anyway, what's this tweet here? We're incredibly excited to announce that Sonic Hedgehog is coming to Magic the Gathering in the new Magic the Gathering Secret Lair Sonic Super Drop. I don't know what the fuck this is, but there's cards and the cards look good. I'll collect these cards just to have them because they're really cool. But yeah, I don't know what the fuck this is. But it looks kind of cool. I think we already saw a tweet talking about this. They removed certain items. I'm of the opinion that blue shell should not be removed from Mario Kart. Like, it's annoying, but it's important. That's what makes it special. Anyway. Next tweet. Started seeing the take that Crossworlds has a lackluster or bare minimum starting roster. So I got curious and wanted to compare two past titles. So they're comparing the roster to see who had the best roster, I guess. So these are all the racing games, I guess. You can see Riders had the roster, pretty much everything you need besides Blaze and Silver because they existed before Silver. Not before Blaze technically, but they were probably developing Riders at the same time that Rush was coming out, so that's understandable that Blaze wasn't there and Silver wasn't there. Zero Gravity obviously has everyone you need, basically. You know, and then All Stars Racing just decided fuck everyone else. Free Riders brings them back, but with voices that we detest, so no one cares about Free Riders. Transformed. Did Transform not have all these characters? I'm guessing this is on launch, right? This isn't like total. Like, there's no way Transform didn't have all these characters, right? People are mad because in Car World you can go from first place to 24th in 12 seconds. I don't. Maybe I sound like a boomer, but like I don't understand why they added 24 races. Does it make a difference? The goal is to be first. Who cares how many people behind you? Like, did you really need that many people? Maybe for online I could see it, but like offline it just seems pointless. Most of the CPUs are just wasting space. How many races do you could have 50 races, unless it's like a really competitive CPU. It just seemed like, oh, we did it because we can. Beating 23 people is a greater achievement than beating 11 people. But if you're playing against 23 basic CPUs, it's not that different, right? It's not much more of an achievement. If they were real players and they were all like 5-year-olds, and it was like a race of 8 people versus a race of 50 people, and you're the only adult playing, everyone else is like 5-year-olds, it's not a bigger achievement if you beat the 50 babies versus 10 babies. Right? Like, they're all babies. That's why I said online is different, but like offline, I find it to be pointless because I'm really just battling the same people at the front anyway. CPU and walls are pretty good. I mean, the ones at the front are definitely tougher than like previous Mario Karts, I'll give you that. I didn't want to say anything because I thought maybe I was just getting old, but like I was playing the game, I was like, the CPUs are not just letting me walk all over them like usual. You know, it's a bit more effort, but I thought maybe I was just getting old. But now that Yibby said it, that means it's true. Really on the first few days, but yeah, they're just hard. Yeah, I gotta go back and optimize some of those tracks. I think I need to unlock some faster cars though, because I've still got some slow shit. I need to play more and unlock faster cars. I don't like driving slow cars. I always drive fast cars. You know. But yeah, back onto the roster. Like, yeah, this is a pretty strong roster. Obviously Zaz is carrying with that rocky road. We know that. And this is the first racing game to have Zaz in it. That's crazy. Next tweet. According to Sega customer support, Sonic Racing Crossworlds Switch 2 is a game keycard. Email reply comes from a follower who only noticed now due to response being in spam inbox. Some other speculators for Switch 2 edition physical data due to box art. We haven't seen the full box art. It could be a mock-up. Customer support isn't always right either, so hard to say what's true. Has this been debunked yet, or like are people still debating this? I'm not fussed either way because I'm not getting on Switch, let's be real. But yeah, I'm not fussed. But yeah, physical is in a rocky place right now. It is what it is. Oh yeah, Izuka. Let's change the music for this part. What's the name of that fucking... Yeah, this exact song is what I'm thinking of. Izuka said some annoying shit, as usual. When asked yet again about a potential Sonic Adventure remake, the Sonic team Sagashi Izuka says that remaking the title to bring to modern game standards will simply take as much resources as essentially making a brand new title, so they may as well do that. Basically, he's saying, shut the fuck up, you fucking Sonic fans over the age of 25. We're not remaking your childhood. Fuck off. That's basically what he's saying. Remaking the game would be like making a new game, so we'll just make a new game. Okay, Sonic X Shadow Generations Izuka. You couldn't even remake Sonic Generations. You couldn't even remaster it because it ran at the same fucking performance as it did on the original version. But, you know, excuses. But, you know, that's how Izuka is, so. And I don't see why, like, I don't see how that's even a point against it. So then remake it as a new game then. It's not like you're not gonna charge 70, you're gonna charge full price anyway. You charge 70 for the racing game, you're gonna charge 70 for adventure. So you might as well just treat it like a new game. And it'll still be cheaper to make than Frontiers 2 anyway. Like, how much bigger are you gonna make Station Square? Like, sure, you can make it a faithful remake and have the open worlds be as small as they were in Adventure 1. But if you do want to go all out and make the open worlds bigger, then make Station Square bigger. Add more content. Put missions in Station Square. Add missions to Mystic Ruins. Like, make it bigger, more expansive. Have more to do in the world. You were gonna charge $70 anyway, so go all out. It will sell off for the name alone, but obviously, we know Izuka's afraid to fuck up an adventure remake. We know that. But quite frankly, if they're scared to do that, then Heroes is definitely not getting a remake as well. Because if you're scared to remake Adventure 1, then you're not even thinking about the GOAT. Heroes could be AA. Heroes will be AAA because it's the GOAT. Okay. 3 A's on the GOAT for emphasis. Okay. A new look at the 56 character slots in Sonic Racing Crossworlds. The screenshots from the McLaren F1 team split screen gameplay video. Yeah, I mean these renders, man. This would be a good place to put some like nice artwork that like gives them some swag. I don't know. But yeah, that's the roster. More coming soon. King Boom Boo appears as an item. In Sonic Adventure 2, he was weak against sunlight. Now with his sunglasses on, he can go wild anywhere. Let's take a look at that. Alright, just some footage. What song should we go with? Let's go with... yeah, let's go with that. I don't think I've played Adventure 1 in literal years. Like, I think it's actually years now. I don't think I can check my Steam from my phone. But I think it's literally been years since I played Adventure. It's actually crazy. It's been a while. I think definitely if someone recomps it, then I'll have to get back on it. Because like the moment they say Eventual 1, on-cap frame rate, quality of life updates, that'll be my cue to replay it probably. SA1 remake should be massively expanded from the original, especially. What do you mean, especially in level design? SA1 level design is goldish, okay? What needs some expansion is that cyberspace shit. Like, don't be trying to expand SA1 level design. That shit was expanded. That shit was stretched out. Okay. Opening theme revealed. Sonic Racing Cross the Walls. This exciting CG animated intro plays in-game and debuts a vocal version of the theme song. Is this copyright safe? SA1 remake should be massively expanded for the original to make better use of the spin dash. I mean, the spin dash was pretty good in SA1 if you ask me. Not copyright. Alright, cool. I heard snippets of it, but I haven't heard the whole thing. Let's see what we got. James Bond.
Traveling so fast, is this the future or the past? No stopping anyone, no stopping anyone.
The snippets I heard before, I wasn't really liking it. Now it sounds good.
Make your engine sing better than everyone, better than everyone. Here we go, time to blow.
Here we go. This is Mario? Rapping now? Okay. Cool. Could've just hit you up if they need a wrap up. Man, what are you supposed to rap up some shit for me? I didn't hear from it. Man. The turnaround time is pretty low. I mean, it's aight. It's aight. It's not one of them songs where, like, it starts playing in the menu and you don't want to skip it. Nah, I'll skip that shit. You know, when I get to Mario Kart DS, I want to listen to the music. You know, when I get to Sonic Riders, I don't listen to the music. But this, I can comfortably skip. Hey, hold on, chat. The Sonic Heroes theme is golden. Relax. Like, don't be comparing this to that. Okay? Like, let's not do that. Like, this shit getting skipped, but I don't hate it. But like, it's what it is. Leaks. Gameplay Extreme Gear Crossworld. Is this an actual leak? Old build from 2024. Okay. Let's take a look at that and see what we got here. It's an old build apparently.
Alright.
None of them play on the highest speed. The magnet power up is still the weirdest power up in the whole game.
Good. Cool. Yeah.
Did they confirm that every character could ride a hoverboard? Like, was that confirmed? Because, like, I just hope there's no, like, hoverboard racism. Like, I don't want it to be like, only these characters get, like, no. Okay, they did. Okay, cool. Because that means we can main Zaz on the hoverboard. That's what we need. All I wanted to confirm was that Zaz could ride a hoverboard. And Silver as well. Is it Rocky Roll or Rocky Road? I thought it was Rocky Road. Honestly, it seems better without the music. Like, I could leave the sound effects on and just put Spotify on in the background or something. Although trying to listen to Drake with ring sound effects and getting battered with power-ups might be a bit much. Maybe I just turn off the game audio entirely. It's definitely rock and roll. Yeah, I was saying Rocky Road. I feel like it was Rocky Road though, but you know, we'll check it properly later. A new animation celebrating Sonic Racing Crossworlds is coming this September. Check out this quick preview that was featured at Anime Expo. So much activity is happening to promote this game. Just remember, like, TSR really came and went. They didn't promote it this hard. So, a reminder of like how far we've come. See, imagine like an intro in the game that was like this. Kind of like the Sonic Riders animated intro. Imagine something like this with a song that was actually really fucking cool. That could have been it. Like, instead of whatever song they gave us. But yeah, the animation looks good so far. We'll see the rest later. Mystic Jungle from Sonic Forces will be added as a course. Glowing ruins, neon palm trees, and a giant snake. Why'd it have to be a snake? Alright, Omega and Mystic. That was a smooth fucking transition. Do you see that? That was a smooth transition. The only thing they promoted was the music. They gave up on the... Yeah, I mean, they promoted it using the best part of it, which was the music. Yeah, I don't know how you promote a whole racing game off of just the soundtrack, but somehow Sega did that. We definitely need more gameplay of the highest speed levels, but they keep showing the casual speeds. I guess they're afraid of overwhelming the casuals that are seeing this gameplay. Although it's really not the casuals who are checking every single piece of footage, so... Is there any specific crossword you'd rather be a course or vice versa? Didn't they make Cool Edge a crossword instead of a course? That's kind of annoying. Cool Edge is course-worthy. I don't like the segregation of this is a crossword and this is a course. To me, it should have just been a free-for-all. Like every track has got a track version, a full course version, and then a crossword version, so that it could just mix and match everything. Because now it's like when they do updates, it's like, okay, we have to have some updates for tracks and then some for crosswords. But I think the reasoning for that was that crosswords had a lot more rehashing in them, so that they saved a lot more of the rehashing for the crosswords. This is actually an Unleashed tweet, actually. I saw this, and I probably put it in the pile. He said, I actually despise the pace-breaking camera pans in Sonic Unleashed interrupting every 5 seconds. This is the worst part of the game, not the Metals combat. This. I mean, I'm always of the belief that options are a good thing, and those camera pans make the game feel more like polished because it explains certain things. Like the first time you're playing it, like it's a reminder, like, okay, you go here. If there was a simple option to turn them off, and even if you don't turn it off, like a simple option to just like mash a certain button and then have it skip that scene, then it would have been fine. But I think because there's no option, it's forced, you're kind of just stuck with it, right? But those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, like, it's pretty obvious. These little stops where it shows you these things. There's no option to skip it. It's like a quality of life update kind of thing. And it becomes really evident once you start speedrunning. Just playing the levels at any non-casual pace becomes a lot more prominent. But yeah, it's supposed to guide you on where you're supposed to go. But obviously, if you're replaying and you know where to go, then it just feels like it drags. I need to play some more leash. Anyway, next tweet. We already saw that, so on to the next one. Someone said, according to a survey, Gen Z is more likely to recognize Sonic the Hedgehog than Shakespeare. And then someone said SA2 greater than Romeo and Juliet. Ridiculous. Okay. When Dr. Eggman is looking for a race, you gotta make sure you're properly geared up. If Sonic and Tails get their McLaren F1 up to speed, check out our new manga, Sonic the Hedgehog Blue Racing, pages and the thread below from right to left, manga style. Oh yeah, you gotta read it the wrong way around or some shit like that. The manga shit. I'm not reading all of this, but there's a manga. Nice artwork though. So yeah, they've got a McLaren Sonic deal going on, and I don't know what we get out of it. It's a multi-year partnership, so they're serious about this. Celebrates the shared DNA of McLaren Racing and our Lord and Savior, each leaders in the racing world, apparently. Fans can expect creative integrations and experiences that fuse the worlds of motorsport and gaming and engage audiences of all ages on the grid and screen. The partnership will continue throughout Sonic Team's 2025 Racing Around the World campaign into 2026 for Sonic's 30th anniversary and the McLaren Formula 1 Team's 1000th Grand Prix. So, creative integrations and experiences. I'll wait until something really interesting like gets my attention, but they'll be hosting an exciting activation at McLaren Racing Live London, a fan-focused Trafalgar Square takeover. Well, that already passed, so I can't go to that. But yeah, there was some kind of event. Anyway, yeah, more work, more collaborations, because Sonic is lit right now. Makes sense. Sonic Dash is getting a major update. Track springs and dash rings are being added into the game July 15th. They finally updated the mechanics of this game that have been running on the same engine for like over a decade. I mean, it's a good addition though. Also, Sonic All music is on you. But Sonic Dash 2 already had this, so. Can you still download Sonic Dash 2? Did they delete it off the App Store? Like, is it still available? What would be my most wanted Sonic collab? As in like a non-Sonic character? I don't know. It depends. If it's like a spin-off, like a fighting game, then I'll probably have a different answer to like if it's a racing game or something like that. It's hard boss soundtrack to hear now. Anyway, yeah. It's coming up at 2 a.m. soon. Step on the gas as you float down the cybernetic highway system of the digital circuit. So this is a soundtrack drop. I haven't heard this yet. I opened the tab, I didn't listen to it. Let's see if the song is hitting. like the look of this track though. Is this the Shadow 05 track? Have we seen this track before though? Like, is this new footage? 'Cause I don't remember seeing this. Yeah, this isn't the worst song in the game. I don't think this song is bad, no. Is it a bit synthy? Yeah, but I don't think it's bad. It could grow on me. It could grow on me. Shadow 5 level here, Shadow game. Well, I mean, this is gonna make more money than Shadow Gen, so they're probably gonna put more time into this. It gets the job. Exactly. Yeah, it gets the job done. It's satisfactory enough that I don't feel the urge to mutate. If the track is fire enough, this will do. Now looking at the aesthetics of the track, it looks amazing. Whether the track design links up, I don't know, but like looking at the aesthetics, I want to play that track. Do you know what we need though? Do you know what we fucking need? I need this to be a track. This needs to be a fucking track. Okay, seriously. They need to make this into a track. That's not the song I'm looking for. No, that's not the song. No, that's not the right song. No, that's not the song. That song is wrong. No, there's a track. I'm Ocean Base. Yes, Ocean Base. In my memory, this is what I'm talking about. This needs to be a song. This needs to be a course. Not this. Get to the fucking track. This needs to be a crosswalk. This needs to be a track. This aesthetic, this music, this needs to be a fucking track. This is what we need. This. Imagine the remix on. Imagine T-Lopes on this. Oh, T-Lopes would murder the remix for this. The Bros. Oh god. Yeah. The whole aesthetic of this, the blue background, this. Imagine a T-Lopes on the music, the graphics on this. Like if they did this as a course. Yeah. This is a track I'll go to bat for. Yeah, it's a track I'll go to bat for. But yeah, Shadow the Hedgehog, Digital Circuit. Let me remind myself of what the music sounds like before. I just want to compare it because it's been a while. Yeah, I mean the Crossworlds music is fine. Because I'm comparing it to the original, I'm like, the original's not shitting on it, so yeah. I honestly could have reused this and it would have still worked. Yeah, I can't in good faith say that the Crossworlds music was bad because I'm comparing it to the original. I'm like, you know what? They're in a similar tier. I might even like the Crossworlds song more. They're both kind of beaten, but yeah. I think it fits the aesthetic. maybe I'm just getting brainwashed because the visuals are good. I mean, I love the aesthetic they got on this track. Like, this track is looking like really visually beautiful. But maybe my eyes are brainwashing my ears. But I think the song is if I was to do a bottom 5 of the music in Crossworlds, I wouldn't put this song in the bottom 5. Imagine this track, Chasing Griffin Shadow. Oh, bro. I hope they don't ban people for using voice modes, though. Yeah, I think this song is going to be decent for sure. Anyway, I think this is the trailer we already watched. The gadget shit. We've already seen that. On the Nintendo Switch FAQ for Crossworlds, it's revealed that the game will launch holiday 2025 digitally and physically early 2026. Confirming an upgrade path from Switch 1 to Switch 2, we also learned that the game will be a 64GB cartridge, meaning no game key card business. So that's a W for the physical fans. Those of you who want that. But given that the game isn't coming to Switch... Wait, is it coming to Switch 2 on launch? Or is it Switch 2 later? Because if it's Switch 2 later, then that means you'd have to play it on Switch 1 at 30 FPS before the Switch 2 version. Switch 2 edition later. Yeah, I mean, if you don't have any other console, then yeah, I guess you're stuck with 30 FPS. It is what it is. The rest of us will be playing on PC and PlayStation. Oh yeah, the Werehog. Let's take a look at this. No voice, which we already talked about. Yeah, I mean, the no voice thing is just lazy. The grunts are sitting there on your hard drives, like, you know they're sitting there, but you just won't do it. His voices, his jump sounds, yeah, wasted opportunity. That's pretty much everything. Someone said, this is not Sonic 06. Someone responded saying, love how PO6 had the complete opposite effect of what was probably the intent. And now, instead of it being a way to show people Sonic 06 had potential, it's just used as a way to dismiss people for liking the base game for what it is. I wholeheartedly agree with this. Wholeheartedly. PO6 was created to show that 06 had potential if we were to take it and add some improvements, you know. But instead it became a way to hate further those who already liked the original game and bully them for liking the original game or not preferring a fan remake over the original game simply because it has less glitches or changes things. And just because it changes things doesn't mean all changes could change. Yes, I do love some of the changes in PO6, and there's other changes I don't love. But you're not allowed to have an opinion because the original was so hated that it's like, your opinion's not valuable. It is what it is. Anyway, the recomp is coming soon. But that's pretty much it for the news. I don't know how many more of these news streams I'm gonna do. I think we pretty much covered what we need to cover. I think that's pretty much it. We wanted to remake War Palace and imagine it modern. That Generations mod that did the stage mod that made a modern Water Palace. Yeah, I mean that would be pretty great. But yeah, Water Palace and Crossworlds. I kind of wish they had kept the Rush kind of aesthetic with the music and whatnot, but am I streaming when Crossworlds drops? Oh yeah, I mean I'll definitely stream Crossworlds when it comes out. Like I need to experience that. Hopefully do some online as well. Yo, Logality with a $5 donation. Thank you so much for the support. Hey Prem, but what franchise character do you want in the Season Pass DLC for Crossworlds? Crash Bandicoot would be cool. I mean, I don't know if they'll ever do Crash, because, I mean, Crash Team Racing competition and all that. Aside from the obvious ones, like the Monkey Balls and the Crazy Taxi characters, I don't know. If you're talking a different franchise, White Bomber. Yes, White Bomber. That's who I want. Give me White Bomber. That's not what I was expecting to see when I searched White Bomber. White Bomber. That's a, if you want a different franchise. Give me White Bomber on a hoverboard. Same franchise. Elise on a hoverboard. I must say on a hoverboard because that's the appeal. That's pretty much it. I promised myself no long outro, so we're gonna try and keep this short and sweet. But yeah, 06 Recomp coming. They're working on it. I'm looking forward to that. Crossworlds coming. Looking forward to that. Am I streaming tomorrow? No? Is there something happening tomorrow? Am I gonna stream 06 Recomp? I don't know. I mean, it's just 06. I mean, I'll play it, obviously. But I just don't want to do the streaming and a whole chat will be like, why are you playing Vanilla 06? B06 exists, and I have to explain myself every fucking time. You know, so I don't know if I'll stream it. I'll probably just play on my own time. It's Vanilla 06. Maybe if mods come in and they start doing shit, and I might, you know, I don't know if I'll stream it. We'll see. No one's gonna say they do that every single time I play 06. Every single time. But yeah. Good stream. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell. Thank you so much everyone for tuning in. Thank you to those who showed up in the chat and watched the stream, those who donated. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching. It's been real. Remy, yeah.